Hi everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Occult Chronicles. Let's get back into it again. We are still exploring the ground floor. Our objective, to find and destroy the elder vampire whose coven has been driven from their hiding and locate them within this mansion somewhere. We are still exploring the ground floor. Things are going pretty well for us. We have quite a few uncompleted quests at the moment. Look at all these. We've completed one. We've completed the Baker quest. We still have to find all these other things. These could be anywhere on the ground floor or the second floor as well. Though I'd be very surprised if the dolls are on the second floor. Right. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, everyone. So I thought that last episode went a lot better than the first episode. And I was explaining combat and some of my... Oh, God! Some of the reasons why I was doing things. A spray of darts. You feel your foot step down on the pressure plate and then hear the pneumatic sounds of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of the deadly swarm of needle-tip killers heading your way. We can instinctively duck away, or we can observe the darts and respawn. Well, this is better for us, thanks to our higher swords. I guess our dagger helps us with the swords? You react without thinking, ducking into an aerobic? Oh my god. An acrobatic duck and roll. The most smelly roll ever. Also, I keep saying help us with the swords. Our sword stat, our dagger, must be contributing to our draw for this. It's not the worst in the world, but that's a lot of low face cards. Thankfully, we have a low target number we need, only 3. And just like that, we've won. I want to make sure we win. I definitely do not like being hit by traps. Traps sometimes can give you... Well, okay. There are things I haven't really probably explained very well. Depending upon how badly you fail, can determine some other cards also show up in the rewards or the penalties. In particular, the penalties. You can get permanent stat decreases for both mental and melee abilities, like your pentacles, wands, cups, and swords can be affected. And if those are affected, oh god, that's really bad for you. We'll use the Knight of Swords here. Ah, that was a mistake. Okay, a little too greedy on my part. You tumble away from the curtain of darts and emerge unscathed. Now, something I also haven't explained, I believe, yet, is our edges. These can be leveled up, but we have to get a very particular reward to do it. And I don't know which one of these I want to level. I definitely want more courage tokens, and I also want lightning reflexes higher. We will want lightning reflexes up at 2 or 3 points before we go into the cellar. Definitely before we go downstairs into the cave or basement levels. Nothing inside that. What is that anyway? What type of room is that? Pantry. It's a storage of some sort. Oh, God. Well, we're here. A protector? You stumble upon a twisted hunchback dwarf. He seems to be surprised to see you as you are to see him. He must be a servant of some sort. Without hesitation, he starts yelling, "Alarm! Alarm!" There seems to be no one around to respond to his cries for help. I wonder if this is based on something. We're going to try to kill it. You decide to silence this creature as quickly as possible. Note again that we need quite a good deal of swords and cups for this sort of thing. This is why it's very important to have a decent character who can do a bit of everything. That's a shame. It was a 9 of swords. Uh-oh. Okay. We're near the end, and I want to win. So we're going to use the queen. The twisted creature lets out a pathetic moan as it crumples to the floor. With its last breath, it gasps, "The master will not be pleased." Bullets! We don't need bullets, because our weapon is still fine. I wonder, so certain guns, everyone, allows you to use certain special abilities. I wonder if the Luger just doesn't have it in the game files. I'll have to take a look after this. Oh, and the Luger also, I don't know if I mentioned it, has 1 stone worth of weight, bringing us up to 2 of our 5 we're allowed to carry for that. You'll note that our spell takes up 1 spot here. Any mental abilities that we pick up will obviously take up weight there. We have a single heroic feat, which is using one of our cups. Head on a stake. You think you see a disembodied head floating in the gloom. As you near its location, you realize that it is a head of a man mounted on a stake that protrudes from the floor. Dried blood stains the stake and what was once a pool on the floor. You are startled when the eyes of the head flutter open. This thing is animated by some curse or forbidden sorcery, and it almost seems to be smiling at you. Resist the horror. You lock gazes with the head and you feel chilled to the bone. You must fight to keep your sanity. We have to do everything I'm currently doing, so no reason explaining any of it. We'll use our 4 wands. Nice, we still get 2 more points. Your mind is strong. You smile back at the head on the stake. Good for Harley, man. She's really brave. The head on the stake is obviously animated by some evil sorcery, most likely a necromantic artifice. Such a curse would require great power and forbidden knowledge. The gaze is locked on you, and you sense an intelligence of some sort. Can we communicate with it? Talk to the head. You sense a desire to communicate from the head. It almost looks as if it's trying to move its mouth. Maybe you should try and find out what the head wants. Oh, we're gonna have to hope for a King of Cups here. That's right, a Cups card. There we go. The head speaks to you. Much to your horror, you find that he was an occultist artifact collector who stumbled upon this place 15 years ago. Oh, so the collector carried this head around. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going to refer to Darkest Dungeon on occasion. He wants your help in a personal vendetta. Oh, the guillotine. The head was once a disciple of Thomas Vaughan, the 17th century alchemist. Using Vaughan's elixir, he had managed to extend his life immensely. He was searching for Vaughan's orb of transmutation on behalf of the Palladian Order. His search was cut tragically short when he overconfidently approached a cursed guillotine. He thought that it might hide the artifact. In a trance, he placed his head inside the guillotine's lock and ended up in a basket. A mischievous imp thought it would be make a nice decoration and mounted him here. He wants you to destroy the guillotine and break his curse. He teaches you a Vorchalduminian release chant that will give you the power to safely dispel the sorcery that binds the curse to the guillotine. He then requests that you return to him afterwards to help free his soul. I think the guillotine has an instant death draw in it if you fail the challenge. Yes, one of the penalties is instantly dying. Spray of darts. You feel your foot step down on the pressure plate and then hear the pneumatic sounds of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of the deadly swarm of needle-tip killers heading your way. Alright, well, we'll duck and roll away again. You react without thinking, tucking to a acrobatic duck and roll. Less smelly this time. Come on, cups. We need cups. That's good, too. A low-level swords will also work for us. The Queen of Cups. We can play the king to gain all those points. Wow. That's wonderful. Holy crap. And our 3 of Pentacles came in useful. You tumble away from the curtain of darts and emerge unscathed. Oh, this is fantastic. We are in great shape. Now remember that the more life and sanity we possess, the more life and sanity we will lose from combats. We also haven't gotten now that I think about it, we haven't gotten many Aura of Fortunes, have we? We've only gotten 1 from the first episode. I think next we're going to be taking a lock device edge or evade trap edge. I probably should take lock device next. And then probably a melee edge. After which we might begin taking more actual feats. Wonderful. I don't need to actually step on that spot. We'll go this way. Oh, not a single zombie down that hallway. Let's get this on the map. Probably, yep, this goes right back to the main hallway. A lot of emptiness in here. There's probably at least a secret passage leading in there if there wasn't another entrance leading into that section anyway. And there is from this side. Okay. Oh, look at the death statues here with their scythes. This is probably the guillotine. The ghost bride. You hear the soft beat of a human heart. It seems to slowly grow louder. The air around you becomes cold, and you start to see your own breath. Suddenly, a ghost materializes directly in front of you. It is the ghost of a woman dressed in an elaborate bridal dress. The sight of her is quite a shock. The sudden appearance of a ghostly bride threatens to send you into a panic and damage your sanity. We're actually requiring quite a bit on these to succeed. Like, the target number is 5 for this. I'm getting a little nervous that we're going to need more wands in the future. We're near the end of this, so I'm going to play the Queen of Swords rather than the Page. You have kept your sanity. You have seen things far worse than this. You were part of the team that broke into the Frankenstein castle after that creature found its would-be bride. A ghostly bride hovers in front of you. You are alarmed to notice that she seems to transform herself across a range of apparitions. At times she is a vision of calm, innocent beauty, and then her eye sockets seem to empty and she appears fully skeletal, a harbinger of wrath. You sense some traumatic event has bound her here, and she seems to be longing for the return of something. We'll try to communicate with her. You decide to use your psychic talents as a medium to find out why the ghostly bride is waiting here. Oh, well, we're not going to do this check. We got to use all our cards. Unfortunately, we only earned 2 points. You enter into a trance and try talking with the ghostly bride. She babbles incoherently about wedding plans. You can't make heads or tails of it. Let's try that again. Nope, we're going to fail this one too, probably. Oh, maybe not. No. One more attempt. Actually, we need to keep doing this. She's blocking the room. I love that laugh so much. Come on, we can do this. We just need the cups here. You enter a trance and soon are talking with the ghostly bride. She explains that she is waiting here for her betrothed who is late for their wedding. She wants your help. Oh, look at that picture of him. Holy crap, that's creepy. Her name appears to have been Constance, and she is waiting for her betrothed to appear and marry her. You get the feeling that she's been waiting a long time. She wants you to find him, but has no idea where he has been hanging out. She is certain, though, that he is somewhere nearby. Class 1 Haunting. The haunting manifests itself as a dim ball of light. It has no sense of its previous life or existence. It wanders hopelessly lost. You should exercise caution. These haunts cannot be reasoned with, and they will be lethal if disturbed. It's getting tougher and tougher to kill these things. Actually, I think this might have been the same thing it was last time. Fighting off creatures using our intellect will be very difficult, or our mental powers, due to the fact that we can't improve wands very easily. That is wonderful. We will use the king here. Besides, we kind of have to, otherwise I lose the page. That also gives me enough points to defeat it flat out. That worked out for us. Wow. Tons of points. Come on, courage. You engage in a psychic duel with the ghost. It turns its mindless anger and desperation against you, but you prevail. You feel that whatever it was before would thank you for the peace you gave it. Two experiences, nothing to sneeze at. Let's begin taking that lock device edge. Or do I want cups or something? The melee edge could be useful too. No, let's... the traps could be useful as well. Let's grab the lock device. We're going to begin encountering more locked doors as we go on, and I'd like to have a passive ready to go for when that happens. Let's also save the game really quick, especially because we got experience. The Weeping Wall. You see a section of wall whose plaster long ago began to peel away. However, something doesn't seem quite right. Your eyes catch the faintest glimmer of reflected light from some pattern on the wall. You can swear that you hear the faint beating of a heart. Suddenly, you realize that the wall is weeping blood. And then you feel an unspeakable evil presence try to embrace you. You struggle to maintain your composure as you feel a building desire to scream grab a hold of you. The blood trickles down the wall, and the pattern sickens you. But the real danger here is something buried within the wall. It's evil, and it's reaching out to you. You must fight to keep your sanity. Definitely play the queen. We don't want to lose. Actually, we've won this one. So let's just see if we can grab another point of sanity from the rewards. Your will is stronger than the evil embedded in the wall. You fight back the building urge to scream in panic, and then relax as you master your fears. The wall weeps blood in pulsing rivulets. You can hear the faint beating sound, or perhaps you are merely imagining it. It mixes with the broken plaster and pools at the base of the wall, draining slowly between the cracks in the floor. You notice a large gash that seems like a laceration. There is something evil and malign pulsing within the wall. Some eldritch sorcery has left its taint here as well. You should proceed with caution. Let us leave. This is part of a quest, and we'll want to come back for that quest later. Looks like we're going to make it back to this room. We have a choice whether or not we want to double back and explore all the first floor or go upstairs. We'll probably go upstairs to look for some more areas that we want to complete. And then we'll come back down here to turn in quests and explore the leftover rooms we haven't been to yet. Oh, you're kidding me. A bloody history. You remember the briefings on the vampire coven that is believed to be hiding here. The elder is named Victor, and he has slain countless humans. The chance of a sanity loss card being generated when a psychic challenge is failed is doubled while the story icon is active. So those ghosts or what have you, and or like anything of that sort, we have a twice as often chance now that we'll lose sanity if we fail. But at least physical combat is normal now for us. Pile of papers. You see a bunch of papers spread out at the top of a desk. Among the clutter are an assortment of old envelopes, letters, and even a few parchment papers. We'll do this. Ah, darn it. Darn it! Okay, well, we play the 8 to save our queen. We win, it might give us a chance of something. Ah, really unlucky. Darn you! Okay. You don't come across anything earth-shattering, but there is enough information here to boost your confidence you're on the right track. Unfortunately, we're not going to get anything. Yeah, just 2 successes on papers really stinks. Oh, holy crap! This will be a bunch of psychic challenges in here. We cannot do this, actually. Not with that token in effect. This is a boxing ring, and you can do an awesome series of battles in this to win some decent reward. Unfortunately, again, everyone, with this token in play, I really don't feel like giving it a try. The bas-relief face. You've come up on a large bas-relief face mounted on the wall. Its features are worn and it looks quite old. As you stare at it, you start to feel uneasy. You suddenly realize that the mouth is moving its lips ever so slightly, and then hear the mumbling. It starts as a whisper, but you can't get it out of your head as it grows in intensity. If this keeps up, you are certain that it will drive you insane. You fight to keep the mumblings from overwhelming your mind. You can't understand any of it, but the droning noises seems to want to burrow deep into your skull, and that can't be good. Come on, wands. We need wands to be here. Okay. We will play the king to win automatically. You begin your own chant based on the Zen relaxation technique you learned in the Orient. It works to cancel out the mumbling and clears your mind of the pain. The face on the wall looks amiable, but you know otherwise. The lips continue to move, but the mumbling is barely audible. Examining the bas-relief more closely, you notice that there is a pictograph script of some sort disguised within the frieze that encircles the face. You sense eldritch sorcery at work here. The bas-relief could be an enchanted or curse or merely serving as a physical nexus for some malevolent force. You realize that you should proceed with caution. You decide to take a closer look at the strange pictograms hidden in the frieze that surrounds the bas-relief face. You think you recognize some of the symbols as variants on the Indus Valley seal stones. Perhaps you can decipher them. They might help you understand the strange mumbling, or perhaps even warn you of any danger from the eldritch sorcery that permeates the face. I can already tell that as the game goes on, we're going to struggle with any type of communication. Nice. So the knight, we definitely always will use our queen. This is exactly why we want to save a high-level card. We can get the most points out of that. Shame we lost our page right there. We're nearing the end, and the only thing that the page can't beat would be the 10. I'm sorry, would be anything higher than a number card. We'll play him. You step closer and examine the pictograms. They are indeed related to the seal stones of Indus Valley. You piece together their meaning by recalling your training in the odd lost languages lab. The eldritch creature is known as a Siskismuliogath, and it has been bound to the face as punishment. The mumbling must be its attempt to communicate with you. Holy crap, edge upgrade! This is what I was talking about, everyone. This will let us level one of our passives. We have to pick one now. I'm really tempted to take a never gives up. We're gonna increase this. This will increase our chance from 2 to 4% of getting a courage card whenever any challenge is successful. The face on the wall looks oh, we've done this already, so we have a quest, which I didn't even see. It didn't explain it to me either. What quest is that? Look at all the quests we freaking have. Amazing. Oh, it didn't give us the quest. Wait, what? Oh! Wait. We did this. We were successful. And it didn't give us the reward. Oh, it's busted. Oh no, I wonder if I've broken this quest. Alright, everyone. I'm just gonna have to save the game here. And I'll leave this here. There is a quest here. I think this one needs the heart. I'm gonna off-screen this a little bit and see if I can't get this to give me the reward. I'll be right back. Okay, it did the second time. That was really odd. I don't know why it didn't generate the quest the first time. It worked out for us. We got an edge upgrade, but that's kind of awkward. Okay, well, anyway, we got the quest from this creature now. Oh, wow. How wonderful. I mean, honestly. The bas-relief face seems to almost be smiling at you, and it makes you uneasy. The smile belies the agony that it must be in. The mumbling's meaning now seems crystal clear. Its heart has been ripped from it and hidden somewhere in the house. The sorcery binding it cannot be broken until its heart is returned to it. It wants you to seek out the wall that weeps blood and reach inside to find and free its heart. It teaches you the words of release and promises you that you will be rewarded should you help it free itself from the face. That was right here, if I recall correctly. We also have enough points we can level our lock edge. I should have saved the game first. Before any cards are revealed during the results phase of a pick lock challenge, of any lock challenge, X random sanity cards are selected and reduced by 1, where X is leveled edge. That could be useful if we think we're going to fail very easily. 1 random card is reduced by X. This is X random cards reduced by 1. So this probably has only 1 upgrade. This might get leveled up to 2 or 3 points. Quick Hands reduces the damage we take physically, but right now our sanity and life are very high. And realistically, now I'm more worried about my mental capacity, because later on we're going to be using our wands more often. For any lock challenge, 1 point is added to your trick-taking score for each revealed and unmatched trick card on the board, up to X, where X is the level of the edge. This will probably... I'm really tempted to take Be the Pick. Any lock challenge, X points are added to your trick-taking score if you have only 1 unrevealed trick card on the board. X is level of the edge. So if we don't flip over 1 card, this will give us points equal to the level of the skill for not even revealing that trick. This one gives us 1 point for each revealed and unmatched trick card on the board, and probably only has 1 level to it. Mechanical Manipulator would give us points as if we played a face card if we weren't able to play it during the trick-taking phase. I kind of like all these. What is this one? Value of initial card draws for any lock challenge cannot be less than level of this edge. Whoa, okay. I don't care about that because, well, I might care about that later, but not right now. I really like the ones that give you more card draw, but we'll be a little tricky. Let's pick something a little different. Let's pick Be the Pick. Oh, but then again, see, the more card draw we have, the less helpful this is. This would give me like 1 free point for not flipping a card. We'll take Mechanical Manipulator. For any lock challenge, the value of any face card remaining in your hand is added to your trick-taking score if you have X or fewer face cards remaining in your hand, where X is the level of the edge. So, we have to be able to spend face cards. If we end the challenge with 4 face cards, for example, this won't help us. But if we have 1 face card, this does. Pin Sense could be useful too. Screw it. We'll take Pin Sense. Now for the problem with this. Okay, it can be leveled as well. Oh god, a pack of ghouls. You stumble upon 3 figures hunching over something lying on the floor. They look up to face you. You recoil in horror as you observe their blood-covered faces. These creatures have been feasting on a body, and it looks human. Assuming we get anything but pentacles, we should win the horror challenge at least. I was dumb. I should have played the queen. Your mind is strong. You've seen worse things than this. Ghouls. You would know those canine features and that smell anywhere. The Odd has been called in more than once to fight ghoul infestations. Calcutta, Chicago, London, Fond du Lac. They seem to pop up everywhere. You remember the briefings. Hit them hard and they will scatter. Don't let them swarm you or get behind you. Make sure you don't get any wounds, especially bite wounds treated immediately. Oh, and bite wounds should be treated immediately. We have a decent chance to beat them up, so attack the ghouls. It's not an even fight, but whoever said life was fair. Poor ghouls. Pretty bad draw. Not the worst in the world. We're gonna have to hope for pentacles showing up here. Wow. You lost the battle. You underestimated these things. You might not get a chance to redeem yourself. Our token is shown up here, everyone. I don't know if we've seen it before. We probably have. If we select this card, we are immune to whatever that card shows. We have a chance to lose the token. I'm not going to use it. Okay, that was bad, but it could have been much, much worse. Let's try this again. All the low-level pentacles stinks. I should pay attention to him. I can use my gun and my dagger here. Need to play the knight. Oh, you're kidding me. Holy pentacles. Alright, well, take the hits again. Awesome. We're playing the king. I want this to be over. Our weapons didn't help us with this one. They might have helped us in the first mission, the first attempt. I forgot to check. Same thing with our gun. Could have been helpful here, too. Yeah, I'm going to add the ability for the Luger to do things other pistols do. I think. You won the battle. The ghouls are no match for you. They fall where they stood, and the puddle of blood on the floor is now bigger than ever. Oh. Didn't even win anything. Okay. Take the heart. You realize immediately that this is the weeping wall of which the bas-relief face spoke of. You force back your feelings of unease and thrust your hand into a large bloody rent in the wall and search for the heart within. Oh, it's poison. So we're going to take a poison hit at the end of this. We will definitely use our queen here. Because oh, yes. I have nothing which can increase this up. Wow, and that was the only card we had that let us win. You guide your hand deeper and deeper into the wall until you are well past your elbow. You try and feel for the rhythmic vibration of the heart and move your hand towards it. Suddenly, you feel something hard and crystal-like. You utter the words of release, and then grab it and wrench it free. We currently have a cups penalty while carrying the black heart with us. So we definitely want to turn this in as soon as possible. Not all items have penalties or what have you with them, but some obviously do. Wow. No, I'm going to complete the quest. As you near the face with so you can try to keep the heart. I don't know what the heart would give us, because I've always turned it in, but I'm not going to cheat the face. We're going to go ahead and give the bas-relief face its heart. As you near the face of the heart, the mumbling grows to a furious pitch. It wants it now. It demands that you place the heart in its mouth. It can barely restrain itself as you fight to keep your thoughts clear. The chains of sorcery are broken. You pull out the heart and place it into the mouth of the bas-relief face. It seems to gulp it down as you quickly pull your hand back. The sorcery is dispelled with an agonizing scream that issues from the mouth of the bas-relief face, and you sense that it is too eager to seek vengeance to stay and do you any harm. It also seems to have kept its word. During any challenge option of the lore type, 1 is subtracted from the target level at the start of the challenge. Okay. Well, with this token drawn, I do not desire to do any more of this. Like, I don't want to do the boxing area, and there's nothing really else for us to do here. I think we'll make our way up to the second floor. Class 1 Haunting. Alright, we've done this before, so I'm going to skip reading this one. Oh, this one's target level is easier. Oh, I wonder if it's a random. Yeah, it must be random what the difficulty is for these. I will play the queen. I'm interested in winning as soon as possible. one more point. What should I improve next? I guess something here. That spell, by the way, is not proving very useful to us, is it? I'll have to double check and see what's going on with those. Oh god, spray of acid. You feel the pressure plate depress underneath your foot and hear a sizzling sound as a spray of acid hurtles towards you. We will instinctive dodge. You rely on your quick reflexes to turn away from the acid and roll to the ground so that it goes sailing over you. Wow. Your instincts and quick reflexes win the day, and you are not maimed or scarred by the acid. Shame I can't go back and check the first floor. I think I do want to be on the left side. There was one or two rooms on the first floor that I didn't explore on the left side of the house. Now, we have to be careful up here. There are some pretty powerful creatures we might end up fighting, even on the second floor. Especially because the Elder is our enemy. Alright, we've seen this guy before. You stumble upon a small twisted hunchback dwarf. He seems to be surprised to see you as you are to see him. He must be a manservant of some sort. Without hesitation, he starts yelling, "Alarm! Alarm!" There seems to be no one around to respond to his cries for help. We will attack him again. You decide to silence this creature as quickly as possible. Well, this is not going to be as quickly as possible. Can we do this? Select a non-face card and bump the value up +2. No, that won't help us. Let's wait and see if we fail enough. Oh, come on. Using dagger now is pointless. I should have used it much earlier. The twisted little hunchback moves pretty fast for a cripple. In short order, you are the one who looks like a gimp. Again. Okay. Excellent. That wins it for us. We'll use the 2 here in order to use our Luger. Or our dagger. Let's use our dagger. Dagger thrust. Nice. Oh, I thought we would take damage upon rolling the 8. I guess that's not the case. Alright, awesome. So we won, just like that. Well, I mean, we won with the queen, but this will give us some more points. The twisted creature lets out a pathetic moan as it crumples to the floor. With its last breath, it gasps, "The master will not be pleased." I've only gotten 1 clue token so far. I think we'll do one more encounter, everyone, in this video. I like the music up here. Maybe 2 or 3 more. The body of a thief. You come across a desiccated body leaning up against a wall. It was dragging a cloth bag of valuables along with it. This poor soul chose the wrong house to burgle. How did he get this far? This must be the body which the haunted armor spoke. You see a decaying satchel of thieves' tools and loot gripped in the skeletal hand. You rummage through the corpse's pockets and possessions and find nothing. Staring down at what is left of the desiccated remains, a thought suddenly occurs to you. You cut open the corpse's stomach and search around. There it is. You pick it up. It glows eerily in the darkness. A locked door. You see a locked wooden door. There is a worn keyhole right where it belongs, but no sign of a key anywhere. Alright, everyone. So I added, like, this ability, this option to the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in the end because I can't figure out how to get the door to let me through it. It gives you rewards just as it normally would. You can fail badly just as all the other encounters. And I did like doing this because it showed me how I can mod the game. Unfortunately, well, it's simply not, it simply doesn't work. It's such a shame. So that means that we only have these two to really use if I want to get through the door. So why don't we bash the door in? It looks sturdy, but with a little effort, you might be able to use a kick or a shoulder your way through. This is an old house, after all. Remember, Tim, that you have your don't flip a card over. If it's a swords, we can get a lot of points for it. If it's not a swords, I will have wasted not my edge. I'll take the chance. Darn it. Splinters and loud noise announce your success in battering the door down. The way lies open now. The floor suddenly collapses under your feet. It then suddenly gives way without any warning. Is it rotten wood or a trap? You don't even have time to contemplate the question. We can try to stay up here, or try to reduce the damage we take upon falling to the floor below. Jump to the side. It's not far to the side. You instinctively launch yourself through the air to land on stable ground. Oh, God. This is a really bad draw. Oh, but that was very, 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 very lucky. We have managed to hold our own up here. You fly through the air as the floor drops out from under you. As you hit the side, you tuck into a roll and come up in a crouch. Let's save the game. Oh, we have to do this every single time. I didn't realize that, or I wouldn't have done this. You can't make it to the ledge that was created when the floor dropped away. You fall. Ugh. Oh no! Oh no! We now need to do this, or we have to do the cellar. Okay, well, we don't really have a choice now. We have to get this done. This will give me one absolute point. This gives me more draw to do. We see, because this is encounter type lock, this means that our one edge is helpful here. Not for this one, but we get an extra card draw here. Why don't we figure out the pattern? You notice some levers have less dust on them than others. You also can't help but notice that somebody has scratched a small series of coated bone into symbols into the wall next to the door. A secret reminder? Perhaps you can decode the symbols and figure out which levers to pull. Well, we're going to have very high success here. You stare blankly at the codes and levers. What were you trying to do again? You should have paid more attention to those lectures on Akashic B when you were at finishing school. Oh God, we lose life for these. Oh. I'll play the king. On the off chance that we get lucky with the swords here. Oh God, we're losing lives because we're messing with these things. Oh, this is a terrible draw. Oh God. We're gonna lose all our life to this stupid door, and we're gonna lose the game right here. Whew! You pondered the similarity between the symbols and Ashik B, which was the written language of a cult of cannibals who worshipped bone demons in the New Hebrides. Comparing the bone-like symbols to the system of levers, you discover a pattern and carefully pull them in the correct sequence. Oh, nice. Holy crap, well that was worth it. We lost 8 life. but we lived. We're also not where I wanted to be. I did not want to be on this side. That's what I did. Actually, we have the quest for the suit of armor, don't we? Let's turn it in while we're here. Have you found the bead? The haunted suit of armor gazes expectantly at you, and you feel the anticipation in its voice. You tell the armor that you have found the bead that the Subotic witch used to imprison his soul. You say that you will help free it. Haunted armor shudders in anticipation. Salvation is at hand, it tells you. It directs you to place the bead in front of it and crush it with your foot. A cloud of sickening green vapor erupts, followed by a soul-piercing howl. It was a trick. The witch lied. The armor now wants to follow you until it can exact its revenge. We gain haunted armor as an ally. It will grant us +1 swords bonus. In addition, if we fail a combat challenge, this card blocks 1 health loss point from being applied to your character after the results phase has finished. So if we pick 8 damage worth of cards, the damage we take will be 7, for example. Oh, holy crap! Alright, so Wheel of Fortune. This is another one of those wild cards, those jesters or what have you. Remove all trick and played cards from the table, and then redraw the designated number of trick cards for this challenge after this card is used to take a trick. All trick points remain yours. Oh, wow! So if we do really well, we could use this card and do even better. This might be something I save for the very, very, very end battle against the Elder. That's an amazing card. And the Sunburst, we have gained another talisman. This one has less chance to appear, and a 7% release chance. It's an air talisman, not a water. Why does that matter? Well, when we take talisman edges and upgrades, we have to pick a element, and it affects only talismans of that type. Okay. Let's get past the green slime, and then we'll call the session. Now, the green slime is extraordinarily dangerous. It's one of the few creatures that can kill us if we don't beat it or evade it. Oh, we actually can attack it, though, with a decent chance of winning now that our cups and swords are so high. So, if it damages us, we're like encased in it. Then we have to try to escape, and if we fail to escape, we're dead. There's another creature much like this, the gelatinous cube. These things are incredibly... Oh, let's read this again. You thought that the last of these Lab 257 experiments had been hunted down and destroyed. It seems that you were wrong. You try and recall the warnings from the briefings. The creature will try and suffocate you by enveloping you in its amorphous, slimy tissues. Let's attack it. I didn't read that. That's a shame. And we've won. Victory. Get all the points. You played defense at first and managed to avoid its attacks. Then, when the opportunity presents itself, you go all out and take it down. It doesn't have any discernible organs, but your punishing attacks soon put it out of commission. Rope! +1 cups bonus. It can only be used once if you decide to use it during a challenge. Nice, that's added to my cups inventory. I don't think I've ever seen rope before. I mean, I've seen rope in real life, but what does this do? -6 to the target level for the encounter. Oh, nice. Okay, so we can use that to... but we have to succeed. We better darn well succeed at it afterwards. Still, this will be really useful down below when I'm trying to climb up pits. That's awesome. Actually, while we still have a few more minutes, let's explore what this room contains. A possessed stuffed polar bear. You thought at first that it was some type of decorative statue, but as you get closer, you realize that it's a large stuffed animal. Its white fur, black nose, and ferocious claws reveal it to be a polar bear in point of fact. Suddenly, the polar bear begins to stir. A ghostly green vapor seems to be animating it. You have seen this type of possession before, and it never ends well. Resist the horror. You find yourself fighting a wave of panic that threatens to turn you into jelly. I'll risk it and hold on to the king. Your mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. After all, you have read the briefings on what actually happened to the Franklin expedition. This doesn't even raise an eyebrow compared to that. The stuffed polar bear is animated by an evil spirit of some sort. It doesn't read as evil, but you sense a tremendous rage behind it. It won't care what your intentions are. You are alive, and it isn't. It rears itself up on 2 feet and awaits your move. It obviously has no intention of fleeing. You sense that it feels cornered here and intends to fight you to the death. Well, our best bet is actually to attack it. Yeah. Attack the possessed polar bear. It's possessed by some sort of spirit, but you know you can do some damage to the vessel that holds it. Why can't we use our Odic shield? This is a combat challenge. I'm going to have to take a look at the game files when this is done. We'll never cast that at this rate. I have not seen this go green at all at the moment. Unless it's only used in sorcery, battle, combat. Like, all 3 of those things need to show up. That would make it pretty rare for us to actually ever use it. Wow, we are destroying the bear. Holy flipping crap. You won the battle. The polar bear's body is a shattered mess. The head has come off. Oh my god. We'll take a look at that in a few seconds. Sledgehammer. +1 swords. Can only be used... It gives us a special move that can only be used once. It's increased our swords by +1, which lets us hold an extra 2 weight as well. That's wonderful. Hammer blow. Adds options for lock, encounters for doors, and chests. -5 to target level, and reinfit for... Okay, so we can really get through a door if we need to. Its special ability... This is per challenge. Oh, hold on. This is per challenge 1. This is per challenge... Oh, maybe we could use this multiple times. Oh, okay. Maybe... Actually... So, I don't see, like, number of uses remaining. I don't see it listed on these cards anymore. Maybe we can actually use the sledgehammer multiple times. Wow, our thief is amazing. I really... Okay, what's our personal file look like? Let's grab a melee edge, because we have 2 melee weapons now. Once this is done, I think we'll grab a trap evade edge next, and then maybe a talisman thing. We should save the game first, just in case I really don't like what we get at the end of this. Whenever a melee weapon's special ability is used, face cards can be targeted for bumping their values up or down. At edge level 1 a page... Oh, okay, gotcha. We can, for example, make a king into a queen by targeting a card revealed, or up a queen to a king by targeting one of our cards instead with Hands to Hands Expert. But we can only do it once. I don't know if that's really worth taking. Oh, I see. Okay, so this bumps... Was face cards targeted up or down? This can make a non-face card up into a page, knight, queen, or king. We'd have to have rolled high enough. So, for example, if we draw a number card, let's say we play a card on a trick, and that card was a 7. We would then roll our die and bump the card up that amount, but it wouldn't automatically go to a page. If we rolled a 3, that would give us a 10. We would need to have rolled a 4 to get a page, for example. But still, that is useful. Brawler would increase the value of all the revealed non-face cards. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, for martial arts expert, I do kind of like that. What's this? Whenever a knife weapon card special action performed that requires a card to be selected as a target, target up to X additional cards if possible, where X is the value of the edge. Oh, nice. Okay, so this would make stab, stab, stab. This would make it so that if we use the dagger, we would bump up plus X additional target cards. 1 additional ones. Ticket to the enemy could be useful. These probably only have 1 point, though, I'm going to guess. Wow, a lot of knife special abilities in here. Down value, face trick. Non-face trick cards. What does this do? Whenever a melee weapon special ability is used, X is added to the bump down value to any non-face trick cards. I don't think I have bump down value cards at the moment. Value of any face hand cards. Whenever a melee weapon special ability is used, X is added to the bump up value applied to any non-face hand cards. As a result, where X is the level of the edge, that must mean that cards in my hand are leveled up. We gain a +1 to all non-face hand cards. I like combat anatomy, actually. That or stab, stab, stab. Let's take combat anatomy. And then we'll finish this room. The Gentleman Ghost. You see ghostly wisps of smoke rising to the ceiling. You follow the wisps down to a large, comfortable leather chair sitting in the gloom. Suddenly, you see the illumination of a cigar with that of a ghost. Oh, God. Suddenly, you see the illumination of a cigar and with that, a ghost materializes sitting in the chair. You're confronted with a supernatural manifestation that sends a chill down your spine. You have kept your sanity. You admire the ghost's smoke circles. I wish you had a few cigars on you right now. Wow, you're a smoker, Harley? How about that? Gentleman Ghost sitting in the chair puffs away on his cigar and smiles back at you. He looks like the jovial old uncle you never had. You sense that he is impatient, though, as his demeanor turns from a smile to a frown. Perhaps he thought you were a servant. Communicate with the ghost. You decide to use your psychic talents as a medium to try and find out what this ghost is doing here. He might have information that can help you. We actually gained our modifiers plus additional 1 because of that mumbling. It's a good thing too, because that will reduce the damage you take here. You sit down in the chair across from him and enter a trance. Mistaking you for a servant, he thinks you are impertinent and refuses to acknowledge your attempts to communicate. Try that again. This was a fantastic hand. We will play the knight. I'd like to win, so let's use the king immediately. Darn it! You sit down in the chair across from him and enter a trance. Mistaking you for a servant, he thinks you are impertinent at first. Then he realizes you might still be able to help him. He needs a favor done. Okay, holy crap. That could be really useful. Give us 2 points for not revealing a card. We still have not seen any courage cards. We have a 4% chance at the moment. But I think we're going to grab lightning reflexes. We're going to end up with tons of absolutely nightmarish traps soon. So we'll grab a point in this. My good man, I'm almost out of my cigars here. Would you be kind enough to go fetch me a few? The ghostly gentleman leans back and puffs out a huge column of ghost smoke. He fixes you in the eyes and says, "There's just one catch, of course. More like an inconvenient challenge, actually. You'll see what I mean." Hi, everyone. Well, I think we'll stop here. Let's take a look at the situation a bit more. So, we've turned in a few quests. Oh, we can probably beat him up, but I'll come back there later. My plan is to, even though we've defeated the polar bear, I want to come back here when I've completed several quests so I can turn them all in at once. We'll go up this way and go upstairs. While we're passing that direction, we will also stop by the ghost baker and turn in... Actually, let's do that now. We'll turn in the demon oven, and then that will do it for us. We'll be situated and ready to go upstairs next and continue to explore up there. And we've explored a good amount of this floor as well. We still have rooms in this that we'll want to explore, but we'll get that done later. Let's just save the game again. You decide to tell the ghostly baker that his oven is now clean and ready for use. Maybe this will put him at peace. You cleaned it, you say? Ah, it's great news. I'll make sure you get a little something if any of the donuts are left over. Without a word, the ghost baker vanishes. His reward for his experience is 1 guaranteed experience point. Actually wouldn't mind having a ghost donut. That'd be kind of awesome. I should see if I can make a new card. Holy crap! I love these cards. The Hermit. Blocks 2 sanity loss points from being applied to your character after the results phase has finished while this card is in your inventory. Oh, wow! I love these cards. Oh my god, because sometimes you want to use them because they give you special things, but once you use them, they're gone forever, so you have to balance using them against the benefit they give you. In this case, though, the Hermit, as long as we don't use it, we suffer less sanity loss. That will be very important to hold on to later on. Wow, that is awesome. And we have 4 more points. We should take something up a rank. Maybe our cups can go up another rank? We're not getting any courage tokens. Oh, and everyone, I guess I'm going to say this as well. I'm going to take a look into some of the game files. I might mod them a bit when we come back. I'll have tried to add something to our gun that we can use it to go into, and our sorcery spell to see why these aren't working. Because guns generally should give me another combat option whenever I use them against creatures. And they're not. They're only letting me use them in the combat phase rather than giving me an option in the dialogue when we start. I'll also take a look at our Atlantean spell and see why it's not working. Right, but I should level now? No, I'll level I'll forget when I come back. Let's take our cups up a rank. It'll be useful for traps and locked doors and such. Oh, actually, I wanted the talisman edge, didn't I? I really did. Let's get our cups up first. Alright, everyone. So I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching, and everyone, take care.